if you're planning to buy a house, or if you're buying a house right now, or if you already own a house, watch this video. This is for you. This can save you thousands of dollars. Come along, I'll tell you what I mean. I'm in the basement today, and right behind me is the water heater unit. Now, when you're purchasing a house, you expect everything to be part of the house, but that is not always the case with your water heater. What happens is that most of the time they're rented out, and the duration of this rental agreement can be anywhere between 12 to 14 years. On average, you're paying roughly about $40 to $56 a month, and that can add up to $14,000 to $15,000 in total. And this is where your real estate agent should be able to point these things out to you. I'm going to have Faiz Ali from Century 21 discussing the details of how you can safeguard yourself from falling into this.
So the most common problems we have with real estate contracts is not stipulating enough information on the contract. So the most common mistake or the most common practice in real estate is that, I'm going to put this up on the screen where you take a look where it says the contract. Rental items are to be assumed by the buyer, and it will list which rental items. So that's where most commonly practice will be. Hot water tank or the water heater, and sometimes furnaces and air conditioners are listed. But the big problem is that there's no stipulation of how long the contract is, how much the rental terms are, what the cancellation fees are, and the hidden terms. It's just stipulating that it's a rental item and the buyer agrees to assume this. Now, the real problem begins once you move in, because when you get your first rental bill, you're going to realize that I'm paying a whole lot more than I anticipated to pay. And then you're going to call to find out what the cancellation terms are, what the buyouts is, and you're going to be surprised with a huge bill, because the cancellation for these contracts can sometimes be in the thousands of dollars. A cost for a rental hot water heater is anywhere between $700 to maybe $1,000 for the water heater itself, maybe a couple $100 for the installation. So you're looking at in the ballpark about $1,000 to $1,200, $1,300 for a water heater. And the rentals can run you between $30 to $50 to $60, $70 even a month for these contracts. And the term of the contract is unreal. It's 12 to 15 years in most cases.
So now, if you've already moved into a house and you're watching this video and finding out that your unit is actually rented out, so what do you do? What are your solutions? Because you don't really have the room to negotiate during the time of purchase, and your real estate agents, they won't be able to do anything for you, and you're stuck with this for the next 12 to 13 years. So the solution is this. You have two options. One is to do a buyout. If your contract is 7 years or more, it's better for you to do a buyout and get out. And the second option for you to do is that pay a penalty. So penalty could be anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500, depending on who you're renting it from. Give them a call, ask them what my penalty would be, and it's better for you to do this. The reason being is because if you're paying $50-something a month over the course of 12 years, you're paying almost $13,000 for this unit. Even if you have to do repairs during this time, which will cost you, let's just say, a couple of $100, you're still saving a ton of money. So what you want to do is that you always want to own your water heater unit. So options again, either do a buyout or contact, get out from this contract and always own your unit.
If you have any more questions or concerns about this topic, please feel free to give us a call. Our contact information is in the video. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time.